Hello, Tammy. Thank you for joining me today for Coffee with Barbara at the Highway 61 Coffee House. Because I know who you are and because I work with you every day, there are other people who probably don't know who you are. So if you would just tell them who you are and what you do for our organization.
Well, thank you, Barbara. I am Tami Milazzo. I'm the Director of Community Investments for the local United Way.
And Tammy, and being Director of Community Investments, what does that entail? What do you actually do? You know, most people probably just don't have an idea.
Well, just to sum it up, my job is to raise money for United Way and for our 21 partnering agencies, and I come up with the volunteers that help me raise the money, and I also am responsible for finding the volunteers to help spend the money.
Great. Sounds like a good job. Just a couple of things I've been focusing today on volunteerism because our organization thrives off of volunteers, and so many of the other interviewees shared the same sentiment. Just what do you think about volunteerism? How important is it? Do you think it is to the community, to the state, to the nation? Do you think we need volunteers? Do you think we need more? Just talk about volunteerism too.
Volunteerism plays a huge part in our community. We could not do our jobs without volunteers. I know in this community everybody's short-staffed, has small staff, so without volunteers we couldn't get our jobs done. So volunteering everywhere just helps everybody, it strengthens communities and just brings everybody together.
You hit on a very important point, Tammy, because, you know, with our small staff, we couldn't do what we do and be as successful in doing what we do if we didn't have the support of local volunteers. And everybody has said basically the same thing. I think the last research that I did, it showed that a volunteer hour was equated to about $18.04. So every time a volunteer walks into the United Way office, if they stay for 1 hour, they're giving us $18.04 in their time, and that is very important. Tammy, I know what your job entails, and I know how busy you are, but do you find any time to actually give back to the community as a volunteer?
Yes, I don't have as much time here, but I know before I moved to Vicksburg, I was very big into volunteering with my son's school, with the baseball team as a coach, the swim team, and here I'm also involved with the swim team as a volunteer, but I'm also involved with American Red Cross and the American Cancer Society Relay for Life.
Okay, great. Tammy, you mentioned your son, and because I happen to see him in the building, because I happen to see him most days, tell us a little bit about him. Tell us what he's doing now, where he is in school, any goals or ambitions that he has. Just kind of share with us about your son.
Well, my son is Christopher, and he's 17 years old, and he's a student at St. Aloysius High School, and he's very goal-oriented. He is very much into schoolwork and getting good grades, and is an avid swimmer. So he swims all year long and is also an assistant coach for the swim team.
Sounds good. Tammy, I know that you put a lot of time into what Chris is doing now, as you always have, but do you have any advice, anything that you would like to say to working parents as yourself, how they can get involved through any acts of volunteerism in the community?
Well, I know being a parent, it's kind of hard to be able to volunteer and do things. And the same with your child. So you can just, you know, come at your lunch hours, you can volunteer, you can go into the schools and read to some of the younger classes as a volunteer, you can do that. There's just numerous things that you can do together, even on weekends. Habitat for Humanity, you can go work on houses together. So working together, volunteering somewhere brings your family closer together also.
So you're saying, Tammy, I think in other words, you're saying there aren't any excuses.
No
excuses. Even if you work, you can still find some great opportunities to give back in the community and to help in a lot of different ways. If there is someone who is still not involved, or they would like to be involved with United Way under any of our many programs that we have or any of our participating agencies, how can they get in touch with you?
You can stop by our office at 920 South Street. You can call us at 601-636-1733, or you can go on our website at www.unitedwayvicksburg.org.
Thank you so much, Tami, for being here. And my last question to you, I see everybody in the community wearing those Live United t-shirts. What if somebody wants to purchase a t-shirt?
If you'd like a Live United t-shirt to be like everyone else, we have them at our office for sale, and $6.
Thank you so much for being here. I've enjoyed having you here today, enjoyed just having you to share about United Way and especially about the Day of Caring. Always looking forward to hearing about Chris and the great things that he's involved in the community. Enjoy working with you and just look forward to everything that's going to happen for us in the year 2011 through your efforts. Thanks again, Tami.
Thank you, Barbara.